Hey, what's up out there, guys? This is Mike B for Guitar Control, and today we're going to look at the 3 most common forms of vibrato. Okay guys, so in this lesson, we're going to be dissecting the 3 different kinds of vibrato that happen really commonly on the electric guitar. So let's just dive into the 3 of them first, and then we're going to learn some licks and exercises on how to get these into your playing. But like I said, let's just learn the 3 first. So the very first one is the B.B King vibrato. Looks and sounds something like this. Right, so that's the B.B King. Now, he gets his own kind of vibrato, like his own subcategory just called B.B King vibrato. This isn't just me that says this is a very common thing. And what the B.B King vibrato is it's kind of a thumb off the back of the neck and spinning of the wrist. It's almost like for me, it almost feels like I'm going like this. Vibrato can be a little bit different feeling for everybody, but for me, it's like, if I'm doing it with my first finger, my wrist is kind of spinning around my first. Second, wrist is spinning around the second. Third, spinning around the third, fourth, etc., right? And the other key thing with the B.B King is to take your thumb off the back of the neck. So we get this kind of really quick spinning of the wrist, thumb off the back of the neck. You can see the thing just shooting around back here. And with the B.B King vibrato, it's key that you go very fast, but not very wide or anything like that. You're just gonna take the string, swivel your wrist like that, and just bend the string down and up very small amounts very quickly. So try it with each one of your fingers. So that's the B.B King right there. Now the next one we're going to be looking at is typically known as the classic blues vibrato. It's the one that you're going to see guys like Eric Clapton pulling out all the time. So the classic blues vibrato is this right here. It's very similar to the B.B King vibrato, but it's no longer a spinning motion in your wrist. It's an up-down, kind of coming from the elbow here, actually. We're kind of doing a bit of that right there. So you're just moving your arm sort of up and down. And again, with this vibrato, thumb off the back of the neck. I know people always tell you to keep your thumb on the back of the neck, but when you're doing vibrato, it's actually the time it's okay to lift that thing off. Up and down with the elbow. So again, try that with all 4 of your fingers. The last kind of vibrato is just the traditional vibrato. This one is going to require you to keep your thumb on the back of the neck. This one can be a very, very personal thing for everybody. Like I said, what works for me on this kind of vibrato may not work for you. You might have to kind of figure out how to make this your own. So, like I said, very unique to everybody. So for me, the traditional vibrato, I find works best if I've got my thumb kind of up, curled, at least, over top of the neck. So if you imagine a camera pointing at you, the viewer could see your thumb. That works best for me to get this kind of traditional sort of vibrato. And it's kind of a combination of the spin and the elbow up and down. I've kind of got my whole hand gripping the neck like a baseball bat right here. And I'm just shifting the thing up and down, getting a lot of it from my wrist as well. And with this kind of vibrato, you want to practice it fast, slow, medium, wide, narrow, with all 4 fingers. This is going to be the most classic, most common form of vibrato. So that one you want to practice a lot. Now, if you're wondering how to really practice these, well, first off, I'm going to show you licks for each one of these. So we'll get that taken care of. But what I want you to do right now is take this classic A minor pentatonic scale, and you're going to practice the 3 forms of vibrato within that A minor pentatonic scale. You can do the B.B King all the way up. You can do the traditional blues, the Clapton style, right? Then you're going to get your regular vibrato. practice just going up and down that scale and don't rush through it. Go nice, let the note ring. Hear each one as you're going. So that's a great way to get these three forms into your playing and start practicing. Just do the old pentatonic scale with your vibrato. Okay, so now let's learn a lick for each one of those different kinds of vibrato. So the one that we started off with today was the B.B King vibrato. So we're going to start off with a B.B King lick. This one is from a cool song called Don't Answer the Door. So here's the lick right here. One more time. So we're way up here on the high E string, 13th fret. Bend it up, play it normally, play the 11, go back to the 13. So we got, and then we finish off with, and that last note right there, that's where you're sticking the vibrato. So we go 13 on the B, bend, then we land on 11, hit it twice and stick a nice B.B King vibrato on there. So the next one we're going to look at is for the blues vibrato. And the song we're going to be looking at is an old John Mayall and the Bluesbreakers tune with Eric Clapton on the guitar. This one's going to be All Your Love. It sounds like this. I played this one in the intro. So that's kind of the lick right there, actually. A little bit of an ending onto it. We'll talk about that in 1 second here. And so we're going to start off here, high E string, 5th fret, and the B string, 5th fret. We're barred here. You want to hit it and slide it up towards your right hand. Up like that. So you maintain pressure and just slide up like that. Now we go to the G string right after that. And we're going to bend it. Let it back down, pull off to 5, land on 7 of the D. There you go. And then the last little piece is just, so we got 5 on the G, land on 7 of the D. Now this is where we're going to stick our Eric Clapton blues vibrato here. So take your thumb off the back of the neck, whole elbow's getting into it, right? Again. Now we do the same thing again, ending on a different note. Check it out. So we end on the 7th fret of the G string on the 3rd time through. Then you're back to the original. Last little bit. So the last little phrase, we start normal, slide up, 7 bend, pull off, bend that 7. Now check this out, we're going to leave it up and you hit it 3 times while you release it. And this is a great lick to have. So you got 7, you slowly release while you hit it. 1, 2, 3. You do the bend, pull off, land on 7 of the D, and that's where you're going to throw that vibrato. So let me take the whole thing one time for you. Great song to work on your classic blues vibrato. Okay, and the last kind of vibrato of the day, traditional vibrato. This is the one that you see rock guys mainly pull out. So the song we're going to be looking at is Time by Pink Floyd. So yeah, this one's just peppered full of just sweet vibrato and bending. So we're gonna be in the key F sharp minor pentatonic on this one. We start at the 4th fret of the D string right there. And we're gonna give that just a nice, good, moderately quick vibrato, but not too wide. We got just a nice. David Gilmour is oftentimes doing quite quick vibrato, again, very narrow. So we go 4th fret on the D, nice, all 3 fingers, thumb curling over the top, helping. You can see I'm moving my whole neck here, right? Like I'm shaking the whole guitar, and that's totally okay in this kind of style. So boom. So after that, I go up to the 4th fret of the G string, and you do kind of like a double bend. You go 1. With only 1 hit of the right hand, I go up, and then up again. And I keep going. So that's a bend, let it down, land on the 2nd fret of the G. Now you can put a little vibrato on this one, but it's fairly quick. You're not gonna have a ton of time. So we got. And now we get. So I've got a 4 on the G, bend it, 2 on the G, regular 4 on the G, and this is where I'm going to put a nice vibrato, nice long hold on that one. When you're on the G string too, feel free to bend it down when you're getting your vibrato. You go up or down on the G string. The very last note, 4 on the D, I bend it down and then back, and then I let it shake. So the whole thing. Alright guys, well thanks a lot for watching. I hope you've learned a thing or two in this lesson where we looked at 3 different kinds of vibrato. Hit that bell at the bottom if you want to subscribe to our channel and get informed of all these guitar lessons we're going to be putting out this year. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. I'll catch you in the next lesson.